Hello my friends and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated community Minecraft server. Last time we worked on finishing up the bazaar you see before you and putting people in it. It takes quite some time to put some people in it, but we've managed to put in all the armorers and all of the toolsmiths and all of the, what are these guys? Weaponsmiths. So tools, armors, and weapons are in, and we got all the way up here to this guy who is our first mending guy. So we're going to be putting in a lot more librarians today along the way, but that's not all we're going to do. We've been talking about things we need in order to prepare for when we have the farmers over here. I know we already have a little guy ready to go over here, so that's awesome. We'll get another librarian right there. So these are going to be the farmers and the fishermen and all that, but we're going to work backwards to them. So we're going to get all of these guys in place, and then by the time these guys are in place, we should be finished with this little project right here, which will probably extend out just a little bit. This will be the storage containment center for all of the carrots and potatoes and wheat we're going to need, and pumpkins and watermelon we're going to need in order to trade with the farmers over here. And in order to do that, we're going to build a couple farms right over here. Right over here, we're going to put in a potato farm and carrot farm down on the bottom level. And then we're going to put a wheat farm on top of that. Right, so we're going to put in a potato and carrot farm. We're going to cover it up. We're going to put in a wheat farm. And then somewhere, I think, I might put in a couple of pumpkin farms. Maybe kind of bust it into the temple here. I'm not sure. But that's what we're going to do today. So buckle up. It's going to be a fun little ride. We're going to need a couple of things, though. We're going to need a couple of things. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm dressed. Boop, 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 just in case. You never know when you might run into something, right? So we're going to need iron to make some hoppers to come over this way. So we're going to need iron. We're going to need lots of wood. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to keep the spruce and not like put in the strip spruce, but we'll see. I kind of like it the way it looks like right now. We might come back to it. But I'm going to need a lot of spruce, and I'm going to need a lot of iron. And that means going back to the main village and picking up some of that spruce from the 4x4 or the 2x2 super tall spruce trees that I was making earlier. So let me head on into the nether and go get some spruce back at the main base. Whoa! And if you look at what's been going on in here, somebody's been a busy little bee. Wow, changing our nether hub section into something that looks pretty foreboding and cool, I think. Oh man, I'm digging it. So the path is a little wider now, and then we've got some red nether brick. That must have taken some time to do. Wow. So, and nether brick. So I don't know if they found a fortress and mined it out, or if they, oh, it's looking good, or if they just got a whole bunch of netherrack and smelt it up and went from there. But we'll figure that out. I'll find out here in the next little bit. And how far down? Well, they did a little bit down here, but then that's good to go. We'll probably put a trapdoor there to make that. Man, but this looks good. So this is another step that we've taken to clean things up and pretty things up here. We might do something here to kind of hide this imagery here, but at some point we need to think about busting up through the ceiling, and I don't see any places yet. Like there's one, but this block's kind of in the way. But we might be able to go up there and then go over and up. But that's not ideal. So we'll find one where we can break through the netherrack ceiling, or through the bedrock ceiling, for a zombie pigman farm in the future. If somebody else on the server wanted to make the zombie pigman farm this time, so I think I'll let them do that. Also, Zyphus was talking to me about maybe moving the portal here out to a ship out on the dock. So that might necessitate moving the portal in the, maybe not in the nether because it might be close enough, but definitely here. We might move one out to a ship out on the dock over there. Don't know what that's going to be like. But looking pretty good. Okay, so what I need to do is start chopping down. Let's start with the tallest one. I need to start chopping down all of this spruce. So let me go ahead and get this spruce chopped down. I'll get some iron, and then we'll head on back to the second city, Heliopolis, and start working on the farms. All right, my friends, welcome back. We have got this far, I guess is the best way to say that. I've went ahead and did the hopper line all the way from over here. Right? Boop. So I've got it just right there. It goes diagonally back all the way back over here. Hi, Zyphus. And underground into these center sections. And right here where these two torches are, I've already put down a hopper minecart and jammed it in there. So those are going to be the two blocks that when it's all said and done, I want to be the light level too low to be planted crops on. I've waterlogged a trapdoor underneath there and put that bucket on top, and I'll probably put something on top of that to prevent them from walking up onto it. Well, that might not be necessary because the ceiling level is going to be right here. And over there, that's a waterlogged trapdoor also. I brought 2 villagers in from over on that villager breeder over at the apartment complex, and when they grow up, hopefully they will see these composters and become farmers, and I'll lock them in with some emeralds, I hope. And then once they're locked in, I will begin thinking about tilling up the soil and planting it, and then giving carrots on this side and potatoes on this side. This side's a little bit smaller than this side, the more astute of you may have noticed. And I decided not to fix it after the fact because I already did this side. And this side I want to be bigger anyways because I'm going to want more carrots than potatoes. And they'll all funnel over there. And then we'll get to work on putting a roof in and thinking about having the line for the mine carts that go back and forth for the wheat farm to come over here and kind of get deposited back in the backside of this. So we might end up doing something with the village here. Because those are going to be traditional hopper mine carts going along and picking those crops up as they get harvested. I still don't understand why the potato crops are not like harvestable if the guy's inventory's full, if you can't just have hopper mine carts come and scoop them up from underneath. It doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. So that's what we're going to do. Or maybe it has something to do with his inventory. I mean, because with the wheat farm, you can always have the guy's inventory filled with wheat, so there'll always be stuff to be picked up. But on a carrot farm or a potato farm, as is the case that it'll be over here, he will sometimes have less stuff in his inventory, so he'll pick it up. Hopefully, he'll never pick up a soiled potato, so we're going to make sure his inventory is completely filled with potatoes, so soiled potatoes never get picked up. Actually, I don't know. Over a great deal of time, very much like the Matrix, it create an ever-increasing possibility of failure, you know? So we might have to do that. All right, so what's the next step here? What did I say? Oh, yeah, I'm going to put in the ceiling and then work on the light levels underneath it. I'll showcase that in just a moment. And then over here, we also brought an extra villager from that breeder because they popped out 3 of them and put him in the queue to be transformed as soon as he grows up. And it looks like he just grew up. That's crazy. These 2 were created before that guy over there was created. Or was he? He might have been the very first one and then those 2. So we've got another guy that we need to get created into a librarian, which we'll do in the morning. And is there another one over here maybe? No, not yet. So these guys are still not breeding. That guy's trying to go to bed. That's why he's in the corner. He doesn't go over here otherwise and throw food at him. And I think that might be because they're just a little bit farther away. More and more updates continue to come in from the 1.14 Frontier, and apparently this edge is just a little bit too much space. You need to bring those guys in and kind of cut the farm in a little bit, and you know, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't really see him harvesting carrots either, so that's another reason why we're going to have the carrot farm over here. So this one is turning into an almost completely decorative farm, and the only reason these guys might breed is if I throw carrots at them myself. Let me see if I can even make this jump real fast. Alley-oop! Yeah, parkour. Right, and if I throw some carrots in there, will that guy even pick them up? And will they begin to even toss them back and forth, right? So, you guys do your thing, and tomorrow morning I expect to see another little villager. Okay, I'm going to get back to it. Going to go over here and keep getting this farm done. We'll deal with where we're going to put pumpkins and watermelons, and I think that's going to end up being here in this corner. We'll do like a watermelon row and a pumpkin row, and we'll just kind of have them all flushed down into a central collection chamber. So we'll have a nice little water effect thing over here too. But we'll see about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright, be back in just a moment with the next update. Alright gang, as you can see, we've got the place built down here. The bottom layer is built. We've got our villagers in their respective places ready to go. This side is going to be carrots. This side is going to be potatoes. The lights are hanging from the ceiling. You do run into them, unfortunate, unlike torches, which you would walk right by, but you know, we're going to use the newer stuff. We're going to make use of the newer stuff, and the reason why it's not symmetrical, oh no, is because all of this light is to make sure. Well, here's the thing: mobs spawn on, you know, 7 or less, and plants don't grow, only grow on 9 or higher. So 8 is the sweet spot, and this is exactly where it needed to be in order for me to get the light level to be exactly where it needed to be. Right here. So that's 8, and everything else is either 9 or higher. Mirrored on the other side, you know, exactly the same over here, so we're good to go over here.
Now what I'm going to be doing is I went and converted the carrot farm, I say farm, plots of land, back on the back in Orangetown, right? So right now those are growing potatoes, but these are all the potatoes I have so far. So I wanted to at least get them started in here. Whoops. Oh, I don't like doing that. Hold on, let me see if I can eat real fast. Boop. Then this way I can plant even faster. That's one of the weird mechanics, how... I mean, it makes sense. You're hungry and a raw potato will give you food, but... I'm trying to spam potatoes here. What are they thinking, you know? Alright, oh man, I had plenty of space. I can keep hoeing them up. Alright, so I'm going to hoe these guys up and get them good to go, and then I'm going to pop this guy out and block up this side, and then I'm going to go get carrots and do the same thing over here, and then I'm going to go AFK for a while and see exactly how many of these bad boys are, if they're harvesting or not. I don't know if they need a bed in order to sleep through the night, you know, because that guy up there was harvesting fine before, but then he stopped, or he's not really doing it anymore. So I don't know what the deal is. So I'm going to get these potatoes going, get those carrots going. I'll probably fill this guy's inventory with potatoes also, just to make sure he's full. I don't know. And then he'll want to come over here and plant, and then we'll see how many he actually plants. You know what I mean? All right, so let me keep doing that, and I'll come back and show you what happens, and hopefully we'll have some positive results here, you know. Oh, man, I'm going to have to... I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. Boop. Oh, I can boat him over crops. That's right. Well, not directly over them, but you know what's up. Oops. Alright, gang, as you can see, I decided to wait on doing the carrot side until we figured out what was going on that side, just to make sure. I wanted to make sure it worked, and then once it worked, duplicate it, because we have the same issue over here. All the light sources are where they need to be. This guy is 10, 9, and then this is 8. So if I make that 7, will that guy pop off? I don't know. But that means moving some lights around, and since this side duplicates that side, I'm gonna... Or does it? Yeah, it should. Yeah, this guy is in the same spot over there. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me see if moving this guy back 1 will give it the 5 spot. Right? Let's take a look here. What am I looking for? F3. Alright, so now 8. And now this guy is still 8. So that's 8, 9, 9, 8. So I kind of want to get that down to 7 now, just to see if that's what the issue was. But if that's there, then maybe I have to move this one over 1. Right, and if that's over 1, that means it's here instead of there. Oops, well, not there. Hold on. Gotta make sure it's in the right spot, otherwise it's not gonna work right. Okay, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Now it's a 7 block. Alright, so if I change the lights over here in that same fashion, move this back 1. Oh, hold on, let me make sure. Is there anything else over here going to be? 9, 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, 8. Looks like it's going to be okay. And over here, this guy, yeah, this guy should still be alright. Let me go double check this corner. This corner is going to be 8, so it should be alright now. Alright, so let's duplicate that over here. Boink. And see if that makes the difference, right? And scooch this guy back 1. Alright. So now the light source there should be the same as light source over here, which is 7. So if I update this block... Maybe they changed the mechanics a lot. Oh man, maybe that's why I've seen so many throwing potatoes at villagers recently. I don't know. Alright, let me think about this and do a little extra research, and then we'll come back and come up with a solution for us, ladies and gentlemen. The whole reason I built it underground was because of the light level methodology I was going to use, much like I used in the Community Cultural Complex Center. But this might have to be redone a little bit. Maybe the simple way would be to put pistons to kind of break it. But if I did that, well, how would I do that so that it only fires? Oh man, I don't know. Because the whole point was every time he tried to plant that it wouldn't plant. It would get so. Oh man. All right. Let me think about it, and I'll come back and show you what I've come up with. Welcome back, my friends. All right. So what we've got here is a situation where the light level is over there. It's in this. It's duplicated as is over here. So it's 7 right now, and I shouldn't be able to plant anything in there, but I am.
So I'm not sure what's going on. If there might have been a change in 1.14. We'll have to continue looking into it. But in the meantime, while I was trying to get that finagled down, I decided to go ahead and start putting in some redstone stuff here. You know, we might have to deal with how we're going to farm up stuff down here. We might have to actually put in like water systems on the side and flush everything to a middle section here. I don't know. We'll see. And then replant manually. Get these guys out of here. Or maybe we put one of these guys like right over here. And then put a couple of hopper mine carts on the side, so if these guys come over and harvest and try to throw at the guy, then it'll get scooped up. I'll have to reclaim the bits and pieces from down here, but we'll get to that. But what's all this? What's up with the redstone, you know, you might be asking, and these hoppers? Well, that's the layer above it. I went ahead and decided to keep going forward so we could have something to talk about here, you know. Close that up so nobody can get in. Up on top here, we're going to have hopper mine carts going back and forth, and at this layer, we're going to have a little dirt right here. Oop, I guess I could have just done that, right? So that's going to be dirt layer, and over here is going to be, when the hopper mine carts come in, they'll hit this this track, but if they have something in them, they'll start being pulled down. The items will start getting pulled down through these hoppers, and when they pull down through those hoppers, they'll be in those hoppers for a moment, right? And those hoppers will say, hey, there's something here, which will, you know, comparator will say, hey, there's something in that hopper, and this block will get powered, which will unpower this torch, right? Which will then unpower this block, which will unpower the repeater, which is going into this block, providing power to these, you know, powered rails. So the powered rails will turn off. The hopper minecart will stay there until it's emptied, and then it'll go off on its way again. This might be a little bit loud, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, and this is actually, I have a pretty good little system here because with the only unpowered rail being right here, I can actually do this pretty quickly without any of the rails trying to turn towards each other. So it gets finished up pretty quickly, right? Let me go ahead and do these last two here while I'm thinking about it. Just like that, right? So all the way out over there. So what I'm going to need to do is have a way to put down the mine carts. I don't know if I'm going to have a way to do maintenance on it, you know, later on. I probably will need to do that, you know. But we don't know yet what it's going to be. All right, so then what I'll do is I'll have another row of spruce up here, you know, kind of going around. I'll have another row of dirt right here. And then once that's done, we'll be able to put the glass. I don't have any glass, but we'll put glass around the edge so it kind of duplicates over here. And then we'll have a wheat field right here, all right, for our guys to harvest. And everything will get funneled in over to here. And then we'll have like a dropper system that goes up and gets the things sorted out. Might have to get Buttle over here to kind of expand it a little bit. I'll probably just kind of get it going a little and then have her come over and clean it up for me. Over here, we've only got 2 more villagers that have been produced because 2 from over there I've used in the farm, and the 2 that have come from over there are slow going because my farmer isn't picking up carrots and throwing them at these dudes, at the villagers to breed. So I'm doing it manually every now and again. I'm getting one guy every now and again, and this guy we got another mending book, this time at 26. We also have a unbreaking 3 book, so now we have 2 mending and unbreaking. We need efficiency 4. I had a feather falling 4, but it was 49 emeralds. It's like 49 emeralds. Are you kidding me? That's way too much. So I decided to switch him around and ended up with unbreaking at 23. So, you know, I don't know why I was saying it's way too much, especially since I'm going to bring a zombie through here and turn these guys all the way down, but that is crazy that the trades are so expensive, it seems like to me. All right, so what am I going to do here? Maybe extend this out just a little bit more, give it another column like that, and then do a closing wall. And that'll make it a little bit longer. We'll see. We'll get back to that. But I'm going to continue on with this right here and possibly make the dropper system over there, and we'll continue on like that. All right, so let me get this done, and I'll be back in just a few moments. Alright, gang, I don't know exactly what I did, but apparently I moved the lights around a little bit. I was trying some different things. I was trying to make the light level even lower, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put a hopper minecart here in between the 2, and if they throw it back and forth at each other right here, then they'll get scooped up into the systems down there. And as I put a rail there next to this one, it updated and popped out.
And now, as you can see, I can't put a potato in the ground there, so that's a good sign. But I can put one in there, and I can put one in there. So things are working appropriately now. So that'll be the one spot where this guy keeps trying to plant, and as he picks up other things around it, it'll update, and then that thing will get sucked up, and then it'll keep coming back to plant, and then it'll come over here, and this will grow, and that'll update, etc., etc., etc. So this guy's ready to be unleashed, and I need to, oh boy, block off this section and go over there and start doing the carrot section. So let me go ahead and F3 and B and open up this guy. Boom, there you go. Up, up, up. Nope, nope, nope. He thinks he's getting out, but he's not. What's he doing? He's running around. He needs to start picking up carrots, and he needs to start planting carrots. So there he goes. He planted there, and now he's harvesting, and it looks like he's good to go, and he's got his little thing right there, and we get this stuff out of the way. So when he comes over here and tries to plant over here, he won't be able to. All right, cool. So now I need to start doing the same thing for this guy over here, except this guy is going to be carrots, and we'll be good to go. Let me go check my carrot source, actually. I don't know how many I have. Oh, awesome. So that looks like it's gonna work just fine. I've created this little path thing to get in there and do some maintenance if I need to. Up here, I have brought everything to this point. Right, I'm letting the wheat grow first for a while. I've got water sources underneath those. What's the word I'm looking for? Composters. Light sources are there. This is open for now because I still need to put the minecart rails in, the hopper minecarts. The rails are in. Over here I got a guy who's all growed up. He's ready to go, so I guess we'll just scooch him on in there real fast. But before we do that, I need to make sure I completely fill up his inventory with seeds. I am ready for this, so let me go over here and get some seeds real fast. Alrighty. Oh, I hear a zombie somewhere. That's not a good sign. Alright, this can go, this can go. Alright, this can come up here because we don't need it right now. Boats up. Jiminy Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should fill him up, but let's see. Let's see here. Let's get him completely filled up with seeds because we don't want him accidentally picking up any wheat. Right? Alright, so here we go. Let's do this one. Oh, that's me. I picked it up. There he goes. And here we go. Let's do it like this. This one. This one. What's going on here? Is he throwing it back at me? He's like, I don't want your stupid wheat. All right, let's get up here. Give him a different angle. How about this? Boom. Not enough. How about here? Boom. Yep, I heard him pick it up. Awesome. All right, this one. Doesn't sound like he's got it, so let me give myself a little angle here. There. Yep, sounds like he got it. Sounds like he got it. Sounds like he got it. Uh-oh. Has he stopped picking things up? Alright, let's do this one more time. A couple more times. Want to keep throwing things at him until we're absolutely confident that he's filled with seeds. We don't want him not filled with seeds. Why isn't he picking up those? Alright. One more. Come on, dude. Are you filled up with seeds already? I wonder. If I were to trade with him, carrots for emeralds and wheat for emeralds. Alright, I guess he's full. He won't pick up any more. That seems unusual. I certainly hope that his mechanic hasn't changed so that he's, you know, only willing to pick up so many things at once. Right? What do you think, gang? Think it's safe? Think it's safe to stick him in there? One more. Alright, what if I do this? There we go. We're making absolutely sure that he's got all the seeds he wants. Look at that. He's like, get rid of those seeds. I don't want those seeds. Alright, one more time. Yeah, that looks like it's it, man. Let's get him in there, and we'll push him around to, say, right here. Alright, let me get those seeds again, just in case. Where'd they go? Over here? Alright. Throw some more seeds at him. Yeah, he is not picking those up. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. We're going to leave that guy there. we're going to put the glass in, and I gotta leave them in the boat for now because I can't have them wandering around until I have the hopper minecarts going back and forth. So let me go get those started. We'll put this here, and I don't think I have enough iron for hopper minecarts. I have the hoppers, perhaps, but not enough iron. Okay, so I gotta go back to the home village real fast and get some more iron to make some hopper minecarts, and then, man, this thing is almost ready. Right on. Alright, gang, I'll be right back and show you the finished product. Well, gang, as you can see, we've got a few more villagers coming in. This guy stopped trading with me for a moment because I inadvertently punched him. Whoops-a-doodles. So I'm still trying to get something like, ooh, piercing 4? Is that something we want? It's a level 4 thing. Takes 26. I might as well lock him in. I'm looking for efficiency, you know, but it hasn't happened yet. So we'll get it when we get it, I guess. We'll block him in there, and we want a lectern to go back here. Alright, so our librarians are coming along. We've got a mending and unbreaking and another mending for 26. I had another mending pop up for 26, but we don't need that. Looting 3 for 11, I think that's an awesome trade. What do we got here? Infinity, I took it for 11 because I like Infinity every now and again on my bows if somebody needs to make one. Piercing 4, I'm not really, you know, is that for Riptide, or is that for Tridents, or is that for arrows? I'm not really sure, but it's a 4, so I was like, hey, I'll keep it, you know. And we'll keep training up those guys as we come along here. Up here, things seem to be going smoothly, I believe. We've got our villagers going about doing their thing. He's harvesting over here, and down here, I actually need to let the carrot guy out of his boat. Right, so, up, down we go. Potato guy is still doing his thing over there. As you can see, the crops here are kind of planted because he can plant on sources that are lower, but I can't. Like right now I'm trying to click nothing. But when the block updates, like when he harvests here on that side, it should make that disappear, and then he'll try to plant it, and then he'll harvest again, and then something, I don't know, it'll work out so that eventually potatoes are going in there, right? And as block updates happen around there, like those things grow, he'll want to keep coming over here. So, all right, let's get this guy out of his boat as well, so he can start harvesting and planting carrots. Whoops, sorry, guy. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and retill this. Boom. And put some carrots down. There you go. So he's going to get to work on carrots now. Enjoy your carrot farming, my friend. And there you go. So let's go see how well it's producing really quickly. Hopefully there'll be some potatoes over here and maybe some carrots over in the hopper chain. And if not, well, that's because I just emptied them. There's some wheat. Awesome. So the wheat is working. No potatoes yet because I grabbed the potatoes out of there a second ago. And next up, we got to work on this guy over here. And if you want to see how we got to this point so far, be sure to check out the build log on the bottom left, because that is all the time I have for today. Next time I will continue putting villager librarians out there, and we will work on the collection system over there to your screen left as we hopefully get these guys producing all types of crops. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again real soon.